few weeks ago, I found myself sat with the families of those who had been killed so tragically in the Hinckley Road explosion in Leicester. Sat with them in their grief, their shock, yes, even their anger. It's hard to have any idea of what one can say in such circumstances. My only hope was that my presence there and the presence of others there too would in some way be a sense of holding them in love and in care. But ever since that very poignant meeting, I've continued to wrestle with that question of what can we say in the face of such tragedy? Where can we possibly find any meaning or hope? I believe that's a question we all face at some point or other in life, and it's a question for us in this Easter season. So I've long been interested in the whole idea of hope. What do we mean by that word? We all know that it's about a lot more than just some optimistic, wishful thinking, hoping everything will turn out all right in the end. It must have some deeper meaning, but trying to define that is never easy. So I'm interested that one approach is to look at the origins of the words. It's a very ancient word. Its roots actually lie in the whole idea of a change of direction. So hope being something which inspires us to change the direction of our lives. Or sometimes we use a particular picture to try and help describe hope. I love the story of Pandora's box, and after every type of evil emerging from the box, then finally a tiny, delicate butterfly, and the butterfly's name is Hope. It's a beautiful picture of just how delicate and fragile, but also beautiful, is this idea of hope. One of my favorite definitions comes from the Eastern European statesman and writer Václav Havel, who said, hope does not consist of the expectation that everything will be all right in the end. Rather, it consists in finding meaning regardless of how things turn out. So that idea of hope being something which brings meaning to life, whatever our circumstances. Christians have always believed that those twin ideas of something which inspires us and something which brings meaning to life lie at the very heart of hope and at the heart of the Christian story of Easter. So Jesus came that we might have hope, that we might be inspired to live life in a different way, and that we might find meaning in life, whatever our circumstances. One of the things I really enjoy about my work is that I get to meet people from a great variety of different backgrounds. As I travel around the city and the county, it's a real privilege to meet people and to be able to hear more about their hopes and their search for meaning in life. And it's one of the things that has surprised me, even as I've been going around in recent weeks, spending long weekends in different parts of the area. As I've got into conversation with people, it's not taken long to get beyond just the polite niceties of life to actually talk about those real desires and hopes and that search for meaning. It is part of our common humanity that we all search for meaning in all the different circumstances of life. And it is part of the Easter message too, that Jesus came to share in both the joys and also the suffering of life. I love the fact that the Easter story is real about that suffering. But I love the fact too that the Easter story goes beyond the suffering to be a message of hope, a message which can inspire us, a message which can bring deep meaning to our lives. So my prayer for you as you watch this and for all those who live and work across this wonderful area is that you too may be inspired, that you may know the meaning and the purpose which can come through the Easter message.